have mastered using the flat iron to create a curl, it is now time to start mastering creating different types of curls with your flat iron. So today I'm going to show you how to create different types of curls with your flat iron. There are so many shapes of curls and waves and just texture that you can create in your hair with a flat iron. That is why I love curling with a flat iron, because you can really customize the curl as opposed to a wand. If you want a different curl, you need a different wand for the most part. You have a little bit of flexibility with a wand, but with a flat iron, you can make all kinds of different curls. So I do think it is a worthwhile skill to learn how to curl your hair with a flat iron so that you have lots of variety of curls right at your fingertips. There are more than what I'm going to show you today, but I'm going to show you some of my favorites and some that I would think are the most popular and the ones that people are going to typically do the most often. So let's get into that. Because I know you're going to ask, I have a Lange flat iron here. I actually have several flat irons though. I have an Amica flat iron. I have another flat iron that I do not know the brand of. It's the first flat iron I ever bought, and it is from like 2007 and it's still going and I love it, but I have that one too and I do use it as well still. And I have an Avanti flat iron that I use in my hair salon, and this is the Lange flat iron that is super inexpensive, but it works really well. My preference is ceramic for my fine hair because I know a lot of people want to know that, because ceramic is going to do a great job, but it is a little less harsh on the hair than like a titanium or a tourmaline. Those are better if you have really coarse hair. If you have gentle needs, gentle hair, then a ceramic is going to do the trick. A ceramic will still work well on coarser hair. I have clients with massive frizzy wild hair, and my ceramic flat irons their hair beautifully. But if you have fine hair, I don't suggest going for anything other than ceramic, or if you do, turn it down. All right. So the first thing we're going to do is a classic ringlet. To get a classic ringlet, you are going to take your piece of hair. And we always want to make sure we're not taking massive sections. I did put heat protection in my hair. I used today the Eve NYC Main Magic 10-in-1 that has heat protection. Always put heat protection in your hair, especially when you're using direct heat from a flat iron. So for this one, we're going to clamp the hair horizontally. We're going to do a full flip and we're going to bring it down, and that is going to give us a ringlet. Now you could do a half flip for a slightly looser ringlet, but we're going to do a full ringlet and we're going to do it horizontally. So we close, flip all the way over, and then we pull down. Now remember, the slower you go, the tighter the curl, the faster you go, the looser the curl. And this gives you a really bouncy ringlet. So now we're going to do a vertical ringlet. So with a vertical ringlet, instead of pulling it down horizontally, we're putting it in. It doesn't have to be perfectly. It can be like a 45-degree angle. So you're going to clamp, wrap, and we're going to pull down like this. Same speed. And you'll see you get a much more elongated, less up and bouncy ringlet. This ringlet has more of a vertical feel. This ringlet has more of a fluffy, fat feel. But I mean, both are super pretty, and honestly, no one's going to complain. This you're going to lose a lot more curl with because it is trending this way. This is going to stay bouncier and curlier. If you're looking for a much curlier look, a bouncier look, then you're going to want to go with a more horizontal curl. If you want something that's going to feel more beach wavy, we're going to do a vertical curl again, but we're going to only turn halfway. So we're going to clamp it, turn it halfway instead of all the way, and pull it down, and you're going to get a really, really soft beach wave. Now, obviously, if your hair's longer, you're going to get more. When your hair's not super long like mine, oops, don't want to cover it up there. But that's just going to get you that little bit of like bend and movement in the hair as opposed to curls. Now, another really fun way that I like to do sort of a beach wavy look is to do actual waves in my hair. So for that one, we're going to take more flat sections of hair. So you can see here, it's more wide this way as opposed to this way. And that's just because of how we're going to do this. We're going to take our flat iron horizontally. We're going to clamp the hair. We always make sure that once we clamp the hair, we're ready to start moving. Otherwise, if we hold it in the hair too long, it's going to burn our hair. So if you're trying any of these new motions with your hands for the first time, I suggest trying it with your flat iron off so that you don't burn your hair. Just get used to the motion. Obviously, if it's off, it's not going to create any shape, but you're just going to get used to the motion so that when you put it on your hair when it's hot, you're not fumbling around, feeling awkward and trying to figure out what to do and therefore burning your hair. So we're going to close it and we're going to go down and then we're going to scoop and bring it up and then scoop it down and up. And how we're going to make this easier is by holding tension in our hair. Okay, not letting it be loose. We want to hold tension so that we're feeling the flat iron pulling through the hair to create those shapes. All right, so we're going to clamp and we're going to go down and then up and then down and up and down. And that is going to give you a pretty wave, kind of like those like 3-prong clamps, but you don't have to have one to get those waves. I love a look where you've done a combination of these waves with like a loose beach wavy curl. Super, super, super pretty. The last one I'm going to show you today was really popular in the late 90s, early 2000s. You don't really see many people do this anymore. But what you're going to do is take a chunk of your hair. You're going to wrap it around your fingers, creating this little, oh, that looks weird. Hold on. Do it again. Wrap it around like this, creating like a circle, okay? Let all the hair just curled around. And be careful with your fingers with this one. And you're just gonna clamp on the hair, okay? I'm like opening and closing my flat iron over it. All right, as opposed to just clamping it closed and holding. You could do that, but I just fear for my hair. And then take it out and you get, hold on. You get like these really cool, like textured, try to make it easier to see. There you go. These really cool like textured curls. They're really pretty. It is a little bit more of a time-consuming way to go about it. But once your whole head is done like this, I had it done when I was in a fashion show once in like 2005, and it looked so cool. And I haven't really done my hair like this in a while, and maybe I should for a video do my whole head like that. But it's a really fun way, and honestly, it's a pretty easy way to create curls if like the actual motion of creating curls doesn't work well for you. So give that one a try, and don't be afraid of like if it looks a little funny at the top. Once it's all done, it just creates texture and that kind of goes away. Don't obsess about things like that looking perfect when you're doing your hair, because honestly, you're just going to drive yourself insane. They don't need to look perfect. Once the hair is done, it's all going to blend together. It's going to be a lot of texture. It's going to be a lot of curl. It's going to look super pretty. Don't worry about if one or two look a little wonky. I hope that helps. I hope that gives you some fun new curls to try. And if you have been practicing curling your hair with your flat iron and getting the hang of it, I hope that you give these curls a try so that you can see how differently you can create different looks with your flat iron and start to get used to molding and shaping your hair the way that you want it to look, as opposed to just being happy with however it turns out. Let me know in the comments which of these curls / waves were your favorite. There was the 5 types that we did, so let me know which one you liked the best, which ones you've tried and loved or hated. Would love to hear some feedback from you guys. Thank you so much for watching today. Hit that notification bell so that you don't miss any of my videos, and subscribe if you're not already a subscriber, because I would love to have you as a part of my DIY Hair School family. Bye guys.